if I was live. There we go. So, yeah, sorry once again, I forgot to press start on the live stream, but I am meteorologist Anay Scales, and I am here flying solo once again today. But don't worry, Monday, your meteorologists Chase Franks and Ashley Civic, they will be back. But for today, which is also the first official day of summer, it's going to be me giving you guys the forecast, and it is going to feel like summer for sure. Today, we're going to have our temperatures in the 90s, heat index values above 105 at times this afternoon. Very warm, and we do have a small chance for rain, but we're going to be mostly dry as we head through this afternoon. And once again, I mentioned the heat index value above 105. That's why we are under a heat advisory. And it's for most of the counties in our viewing area, kind of a few of them randomly left out here or there just because of how the dew points managed to shape up, and also a little bit having to do with our rain chances for this afternoon. But most of the area, we expect the heat index values to exceed 105 degrees today. And that is why we have this heat advisory from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. So most of the day, going to have to be very careful stepping outside, taking a look at that muggy meter already well into the tropical zone as we continue to head further into the day. We're looking at 82 degrees right now for actual temperature. It already feels like 90, not even 10 a.m. yet. So, of course, as you can imagine, over the next several hours, that's just going to continue to get kind of worse and worse. Warmest spots right now seem to be at around 84 degrees, Hazelhurst, Natchez, Monticello as well. You're seeing temperatures in those mid 80s, but feels like we're already in those lower 90s across the area. 92 degrees over in Natchez, 93 in Meadville. So overall, 94 in Macomb looks like the warmest besides Vicksburg, which is always seems to be a little bit more warm as well. Heat index value 98 degrees, just below 100 already, not even 10 a.m. So definitely need to be careful, stay hydrated as you step outside the door. We are going to continue to track actual temperatures warming into the low 90s for our afternoon high today, around 90 degrees at 2 p.m. 92 is our high. And then also you notice the rain icon popping up for that time. We have a chance for some stray showers, but most of us are going to stay dry, not going to be very widespread at all. Looking at the feels like forecast over the next several hours, as the temperature warms to around 90 degrees, it'll feel like we are almost at 110, just below that, with the heat index values projected to be around 108 this afternoon here in the metro. Some spots could try to be a little bit warmer today, like in Vicksburg, already overperforming just below 100 degrees for your feels like temperature. Not only is that going to be the case for Friday, but pretty much into the weekend as well, we have an elevated risk for heat stress, as those feels like temperatures are expected to remain between 105 to 110 as we head into our weekend as well. So you need to stay hydrated, take frequent breaks, take all the precautions typical for heat stress. Now, I keep mentioning every now and then stray showers, they are possible. We're seeing some of those in northern Mississippi right now, not stretching down into our area, although it is possible as we head towards this afternoon. We see a little bit of cloud cover increasing, stray showers. And this is what I mean when I say not very widespread at all. This is looking at 4 p.m. You can see just west of Jeff Davis, parts of Lawrence County. We have this model indicating storm popping up here or there, but that could be anywhere in the afternoon, or it could be nowhere. We could manage to stay dry. We just have a smaller chance of seeing thunderstorms today than what we have had for much of the week. Getting into dry conditions, even heading into the weekend for Saturday, going to be beautiful clear skies just like this morning, a very nice sunrise across the area. A little bit of cloud cover in the afternoon. Very few pop-up storms, more rain over in eastern Mississippi, but most of that not stretching into our area. That's going to be also the case as we start off your Sunday. It'll be very kind of a wash, rinse, and repeat forecast, seeing these warm temperatures throughout the weekend, even starting off our next work week. We're going to be in the mid-90s. That's actual high temperature. Once again, heat index values into the 100s. Isolated showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder for your Sunday, but other than that, pretty much the same conditions as we go into our first full week of summer, also the end of June, but it already feels like we're in July, even headed into August. Look at those temperatures staying in the mid 90s for the next 10-day forecast, and then overnight lows mid to upper 70s. So definitely going to be pretty warm out there. Not a lot of rainfall in the forecast. It's going to be pretty dry, but if you are heading outdoors, you want to remember that you need to stay hydrated and get as much shade as you can. Take frequent breaks because it's going to be very warm. That is the bulk of the forecast. Thankfully, we don't have a risk for severe weather. We're not expecting showers and storms, but we just are expecting lots of heat index values even warmer into those 100s pretty much for the next week. So be sure to stay careful out there, stay safe, and have a happy Friday.